Hi everyone, we are back. As you know, this is TBR Solutions or the Big R Solutions. You may ask, what does the Big R Solutions stands for? The Big R Solution is all those positive and beautiful English words that starts with the letter R. So one of those R words is relationship. Very, very important, okay? My name is the Saubrey Boyz Walefatshe from TBR Solutions, as I've already explained. Remember, we are a company that deals with finance. That's our focus, okay? We move from a perspective of educating and perspective of giving solutions to issues that people are facing in terms of financial issues. Now, we've been talking about two-pot system. You'll realize if you go to our YouTube channel that we have interviews where we talk about two-pot system. And most importantly, you'll notice that we also interviewed South African Democratic Teachers Union, which is SATU, which is one of the stakeholders in the industry, to give their perspective or their view on two-pot system. So just listen to that. And there's another interview lined up with Pop Group very soon. And I know that Pop Group is vehemently against the two-pot system. All right. But what we are trying to do, we are trying, in fact, not against, they have reservations, because Pop Group put it very well, that they initiated the initiative. But they think that the one that is implemented now is not according to what they were envisaging. So you'll very soon will be posting that one. Just subscribe to our channel so that when we post, then you can get the notification. That's it, basically. And let me tell you, we get so many people calling, people sending us about WhatsApp, and it's all about two-pot system. People want to go and claim. All right. Now, there's no problem. It's their money. They're entitled to it. The law says go and claim from it. But be very careful. Let's say you are claiming 30,000, all right? You are not going to get the entire 30,000. Why am I saying that? Because they are very clear to say if the South African Revenue Service, SARS in other words, notice that you owe some money, you owe them, the first thing that they are going to do, they are going to take their money. So you need to bear that in mind, all right? And the other thing that I always tell people is, the most important thing, the skill that all people should have is how to save money. And when I talk about saving money, I'm not talking about the money that is in the bank only. Cutting the cost, that's all I'm talking about. If you talk about big business, they'll tell you, how do we reduce the cost? How do we close the holes in our pockets? So you as an individual, you should also do that. I normally say to people, let's behave like business if we really want to make money. So cutting the cost is very important. Now, one of the biggest costs for everybody, business, individuals, is tax all over the world. Tax is one of the biggest costs. But guess what? I'm not saying tax is bad, because the money that is being received from tax is good because it does issues that are necessary for the country to thrive. All right? But it's very important as an individual to understand, how can I save on tax? And I say in most cases to people and say, there are two terminologies that are very, very crucial when it comes to taxation, is tax evasion and tax avoidance. Tax evasion is illegal. It will lead you to the jail term. Whereas tax avoidance, it is allowed. You follow the tax law and see how can you avoid the tax legally. So that should be your approach as you deal with this. And now, when do people being taxed? You'll be taxed when you withdraw, all right? When you withdraw, you'll be taxed, and the taxman will look at the tax table, all right? And then that will therefore determine how much you are going to be taxed. So that's very, very important. So I say all the time, before you do this, make sure that you make a consultation with your financial advisor, your accountant, so that you understand, even a legal representative who's an expert on tax law, so that you don't do something that is wrong. And I say to people, before you can claim that money, visit SARS offices and find out whether you owe them money. So that at least at the end of the day, when you start borrowing that money, in fact, you're not borrowing it, it's yours, it's savings. Withdraw that money. You therefore know that how much is going to be taxed and all that. So that's very important. You need to do what you call due diligence. If you go to our Facebook, our YouTube channel, you'll see you have done a number of videos about two-pot system. That will help you a lot to do that. So that was just to say in brief, all right? But the other news that I've picked up, which I still have to verify, I'm told if you withdraw from the savings, now you therefore want to say, no, I don't want to resign or retire with GPF, but I want my pension to be transferred to an independent and recognized pension fund, which is allowed by the law. You won't be able to be allowed, all right, until you are 60. You won't be allowed to do that. But like I said, that is subject to correction. I still have to verify that and get the right facts. But before you do anything, you need to do due diligence. Now, one of the R words, like I indicated, is a research. You need to do research. So we are trying to assist here so that you understand. Now, the other thing, so that's part of two-pot system that you can know, okay? And the other thing is, I normally go to the radio station. I'm invited, come and do, explain this. Immediately when I come, after that, people call, they want to talk to me one-on-one, 1 hour, 2 hours, and so on. And it becomes very impossible to do because, remember, time is important. All of us have 24 hours and each and every minute must account. Remember, I love teaching, I love mentoring, but I cannot sacrifice other things. I need to divide my time correctly. Now, to mitigate that, I therefore decided to come up with the membership club to assist people who want to be mentored by me to come on board so that I can mentor them. Now, let me tell you about mentoring. I, myself, I was mentored. My mentor is Robert Kiyosaki, the guy that I regard as the best personal financial educator of all time. All right, the man who wrote Rich Dad, Poor Dad. So he mentored me for the whole year. I think that was in 2009. And I paid how much? 65,000 rand for a year. All right, and that was in 2009. The reason was because of the dollar and rand exchange. So nowadays, I don't know how much it will cost. And this is what I do. I go to workshop, I read books. That's how I acquire this knowledge. Now, if you want me to mentor, I'm going to mentor you at a very, very, very reasonable price, because I understand you're in Africa, we don't have such huge amount. And then, but we want to make it accessible to you. So just drop us a WhatsApp and say, Mr. Chawal, I want to be mentored, I want to be a member of the membership club. So in that way, then you'll be assisted. Over and above, we've got books that teach about money. There are about 4 books. You can go to our website and check on them, and then you'll see them. You can go to our videos and check. You'll see the books. First one is Secrets for Becoming Rich. which has first and the second edition. The second one is how I turned 500 into a million rand business. That one, it is also a, what you call, an ebook, which you can get it on Amazon, the ebook. And then I also have another one which says how to get out of bad debts, use other people's money and resources to get rich, because debt is power. So those are the books that you can get from us. And then I'm sure in the future I'm going to put more books, because that's the subject that I love. So those are some of the things that I wanted to tell you about. And the last section, or the last part that I want to tell you about in this section is on Sunday, 7 p.m., watch my talk at SABC when I was invited by the City FM on their program called Bua Munna. On that program, I was talking about money. Go and listen to that. Make sure, just diarize it. Sunday at 7 o'clock, it will go live. Then you can watch. I can tell you, it's a very powerful talk. Listen to it. So I hope this will give you some hint of what we are doing. There's a lot that we can talk about, but just drop us a WhatsApp. We'll therefore come back to you. I thank you.